You are a disgusting little piece of subhuman filth. Absolute garbage. Lower than garbage. You are trash. Stinky little trash boy that doesn't deserve the right to own property. Not my words, but the general sentiments of the video game industry nowadays. Things have changed, and they haven't changed for the better, and they keep getting worse. And today we're mainly going to talk about Ubisoft, but this could be applied to multiple video game companies. It just seems that Ubisoft are the most tone deaf and have done this at seemingly the worst possible time. I don't know if it's just a slap in the face to gamers who are finally trying to start and stand up for themselves, or it's just so tone deaf that they don't know what they're doing. And frankly, it may well be that option. We're talking about the Ubisoft EULA today, EULA, End User License Agreement. You could see the fear in my face as I was trying to remember what that stands for, but it's the End User License Agreement. It's the terms and conditions. When you go out and buy a video game, or you sit at your desk or on your sofa and you use your controller to buy a video game, nowadays, you're not really buying a video game. You're buying a license to use a video game until the video game companies decide you don't get to use that video game anymore. And we'll get to that bit, believe me. So pretty much with every big game nowadays, when you log on, you'll be used to it. It's where you mindlessly just press accept. But what are you accepting exactly? Well, Ubisoft have just made a crazy change to their end user license agreement, and I'll just read it out first of all, and then we'll talk about what this actually means for the consumer. So we go down to section 8, the termination section. Now this is written in like legalese, so it's going to sound like I'm reading it wrong. Maybe that's because I am, but also for the first sentence, like it's just written like garbage. But there we go. The EULA is effective from the earlier of the date you purchase, download, or use the product, until terminated according to its terms. You and Ubisoft or its licensors may terminate this EULA at any time for any reason. So let's pause there for a second and unpack that. And a lot of video game companies do this at any point for any reason. They can literally, and I'm not saying they would do this, but in theory, they could say, you don't get to play the game anymore because we hate men. We hate women. We hate you. You're below 5 foot tall. No, under 5 foot tall people aren't allowed to play our video games anymore. Or much more likely and much more applicably, we've decided it's more cost effective for us to just change our mind and shut this down. Okay. And then so they can shut off your access to the game for any reason. That's in the terms. That's one of the things you're agreeing to. They don't have to give you an appeal process. You've agreed to that. Termination by Ubisoft will be effective upon A, notice to you, B, termination of your Ubisoft account, if any, or C, at the time of Ubisoft's decision to discontinue offering and or supporting the product, i.e. like removing the crew from everybody that bought the crew, just taking it away and saying, you can't play this anymore because arbitrarily it has to be played online and we've decided we don't want to pay for the servers anymore. So if you bought the video game or a license to play the video game, which is what you're really buying, tough luck to you. You're a piece of human garbage. Go talk to the other garbage. We're not listening anymore. Or at the time of Ubisoft's decision to discontinue offering and or supporting the product, this EULA will terminate automatically if you fail to comply with any of the terms and conditions of this EULA. Upon termination, and this is where it gets magic. This is where the title of the video comes from. This is why people are talking about this. This is absolutely insane. Upon termination, for any reason, you must immediately uninstall the product. Okay, a little bit wacky that you make it. Sorry, you've told me now I have to uninstall the product that I bought, or I thought I was buying, but I bought a license to, and destroy all copies of the product in your possession. Destroy all copies. So let's say, in theory, that would mean, this could be applied to this, surely. This is what's got gamers up in arms, and this is why people are so disgusted by this. Let's say, for example, Assassin's Creed Black Flag. A lot of people want that game to be remastered or remade. There's rumors of it, or the recent Assassin's Creeds have been absolute garbage dog water. So I'm using the word garbage a lot today. Please hit the subscribe button if you like garbage. If you're not a little garbage person, or even if you are, hit the subscribe button. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know if you're a garbage person. You go out, you buy a physical copy of Black Flag, and then you come home. You put it in. You play. Half an hour later, Ubisoft have decided, no, we don't want to run the servers anymore, and there's various reasons that it has to be online because we don't want people pirating the game. We don't want to risk people pirating the game, so we don't want to run the servers and stuff and all the checks that check if you're online. So we're terminating this product. It's discontinued now. So you have to destroy your game. Get out the blowtorch. Get out the hammer. I want you to destroy that disc good and proper. Absolutely baffling, ladies and gentlemen. And this is why we see so much support for this stop killing games movement. It's not the fact of what video games are doing right now and what they're pushing the limits of what they can get away with, although frankly that's disgusting in many cases. It's the fact that we all, every time we think we're buying a video game, are actually just buying a license to that video game, a product we don't actually own, and that product, the terms are getting worse and worse day by day, and we get less and less protection, and that's all gamers are asking for now, just a little bit of protection, just to say. And how complicated would this be, ladies and gentlemen? If you buy a video game, if you go down to Tesco, to Walmart, to wherever you go, whatever country you're in, you buy a physical copy of a video game, you come home, you put it into your Xbox. If the video game company decides they don't want to support that video game anymore, that's absolutely fine, because you already have the product on the disc, and you should be able to continue to use that product. What a crazy concept. It's absolutely crazy. And this just highlights just how bad this is. And it's not just Ubisoft. Many other big companies all have policies like this, and it's absolutely insane. But for them to add, in the middle of all this drama, the Stop Killing Games petition in Europe, over 1 million signatures on the petition, gamers finally standing up for themselves, just to add this to the EULA, absolutely insane. It's wackadoo. I'd describe it as wackadoo, because I like that word very much. Let me know what you think. I think it's time to get some consumer rights back in video games. I've got this tape dispenser on my desk. I don't know what it's for. I haven't taped anything in ages, but I'd rather turn it sideways and shove it straight up my backside than have to destroy a copy of a game that I've just paid £60 for, because that's the prices of games nowadays. Wild stuff. Let me know what you think, and hit subscribe. I love you all.